Today we're taking a look at how we shot a music video using a high-end red digital cinema camera and an iPhone. What you're watching here is the music video we shot, and it's from artist Bart Van Bimmel. Unfortunately, I can't actually play the music though because YouTube will do a copyright claim against this video. Everything you're seeing here though was shot on the Red camera, an iPhone, and I also used a Canon XC10 for a few shots. We'll talk more about that here in a moment. But before I get into the behind the scenes, I want to make something clear. In no way am I saying that an iPhone is better than a Red camera or any other professional camera. We're simply saying it's another tool to use, another piece of gear to add to your arsenal. There are lots of misconceptions and misinformation about smartphone video, but if you take a little bit of care and know what you're doing, you can get amazing results today and really add to your productions using your smartphone. We posted a video recently comparing the iPhone to the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 4K, and a lot of people misunderstood that video as if we were saying the iPhone was better. Not at all. We were simply showing how you can match those two cameras. It's all about using different tools to help tell your story.
Hey everyone, this is Bart Van Bimmel on the set with Blake Calhoun, our director, on my very first video, What If We Run? Just want to say thanks for watching, and this song is all about hope, it's about redemption, it's about no longer looking to the past and being stuck there and playing the what if card.
Alright, so we shot this music video in a small studio using varying LED lights and Kineflows, the normal kind of stuff you would use. Although we shot it with a very small crew, a two-person crew actually, although we had a little bit of help with behind the scenes video. And we used a Red weapon with a 6K Dragon sensor, shot at 5K widescreen, and then we shot 24p 180 degree shutter. And then for the iPhone, we shot on an iPhone 8 Plus, and we used FiLMiC Pro, and we set it up using the flat picture profile, flat gamma curve. We shot 4K 16:9, 24 frames per second, and we shot with 148 shutter. And that's really important to keep in mind. That's one of the biggest giveaways to smartphone footage is not locking your shutter. If you're not familiar with FiLMiC Pro, it's a great video camera app that allows you to shoot cinematic footage using log or flat color profiles. I chose to shoot flat because log tends to get noisy pretty quickly, especially in low light. So here's the actual video. Again, I can't play the music, but I'm going to go through this, and initially here I want you to watch this and see if you can tell which camera is which. Again, we have Red, iPhone, and then I shot with a Canon XC10, which shoots Canon log. It's like a little DSLR, it's a hybrid. Here in a moment I'll tell you which camera is which as we go through the video here. And we used the iPhone as a prop in the music video, but we didn't shoot the iPhone because it was a prop. The idea behind this video is there is the black and white lonely world, then there's the color world that the iPhone magically opens up. Bart plays all three of these characters, and the idea is to get the black and white lead singer Bart to join the drummer Bart and the bass player Bart in the happy, colorful world. So what we ended up doing was shooting the main wide shots on the Red camera, then we shot all the close-ups that are in color with the bandmates on the iPhone, and we used a Smooth 4 gimbal. I'll show more about that here in a moment. But that's one of the main reasons I went with the iPhone on this shoot. We did a lock off with the Red camera, and it's a larger, heavier camera. It also has a larger lens on it. We shot with Rokinon Cine Primes. And so flying that on a gimbal, while you could do it, not only would it be more time consuming because we'd have to break the Red camera down, it's just not as easy to control or handle. And so throwing a smartphone on a smartphone gimbal and getting all these shots, not only did it look cool and look good in the end result, it also made our production go that much faster and that much easier. And one of the ways we made this work was in color grading, and I'm going to do a separate video on the post-production aspects of this, but we used our LUT Packs, we used Lumetri Color, and then we also used Film Convert, and Film Convert helped a whole lot in this process. By the way, Bart is a singer-songwriter based in Dallas, Texas. I'll put his information in the description. He's had a lot of success playing in different bands over the years. Now he's venturing out on his own, and he's working with a great producer on the song, a guy named Alex Gerst. He's probably best known as a producer for Ellie Goulding and Andre 3000 of Outkast. So this was a really cool project for us to work on. And once we get to these wide shots and the composites of all three Barts playing together, the drummer, the bass player, and the lead guitarist, lead singer, this is where I think it's really impressive how everything cuts together very seamlessly. The iPhone, the Red camera, and the Canon XC10. And so that was really done in color grading. And you can do this with most cameras, of course, but doing it with high-end cameras and low-end cameras is something that I really am interested in. Different lens coatings will produce different color images. Different camera sensors, of course, will do that. But ultimately, you can tie them all together in post-production. This was all edited in Adobe Premiere Pro, and the compositing and VFX shots were done in After Effects. And I'll talk more about these in the post-production video I do on this. And the ending shot here, I actually shot on the iPhone in vertical mode and then did playback on set, dropped it out of the frame, and we rack focused to the microphone. So we shot this first on the Red camera with everything locked off to be able to do the compositing of the three elements, the three different characters. First up was the Bart number 1, as we called it, the lead singer playing guitar. And doing this, we did not touch the camera. Once it was set up, you don't touch it because you're going to composite everything together later. Then we shot number 2, the bass player, Bart number 2. And we did the same thing. We shot everything, didn't touch the camera. And then the third shot is the drummer, Bart number 3. Again, the camera sitting still, haven't moved it. And so then in post-production, I take those 3 shots and composite them together to make the one shot where it looks like the same guy is playing all 3 instruments. And I did that by masking. So you mask around each one and then composite them all 3 together. For the iPhone stuff, we used the Smooth 4, the gimbal, which worked really well. It integrates with FiLMiC Pro, by the way. I did a video on that. I'll put a card right here to check that out. The iPhone balances really easily on this gimbal. It doesn't hold a lot of weight. And we just used the iPhone with no third-party lenses. And there you can see me holding the gimbal, and I didn't get much footage of that, so here's a reenactment, so to speak, of how I did it. I shot everything in flashlight mode. So you can get really cool dolly kind of shots using the gimbal that way. You can add a lot of production value in a very affordable and easy way, which is what I really love about using these kind of gimbals. And then of course we did the same thing with the drummer. And on the drummer, I didn't have him do the whole song necessarily. We would do insert shots. Keeping those drums in sync in the video were very tricky. That's where editing comes into play. Don't be afraid to mix formats, whether that's mixing a DSLR with the Red camera or an iPhone with the Red camera. Do whatever works best for your project, but for us, using smartphones gives you just a lot of freedom as long as you know how to shoot and use the proper apps, the proper settings, and then mix that with some color grading techniques. You can really add production value in a very affordable and easy way. So I would encourage you to try this on your projects. And if you don't have a Red camera, I understand that's not normal for a lot of people to have that. Definitely go out and shoot projects just on your cell phone. If you follow our channel, you know that we do that all the time. So use whatever tools you have to go out and make something cool. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, do that now so you won't miss any of our future content. Thanks for watching, guys, and we will see you in the next one.